out because you don't want to tell him he's flat out wrong, but you don't want to defend you either.
Oh
I mean,
God.
there's two things about that. Like, one, the easiest thing you can just say about that, if you're first off, if you, the best way I do it is I rarely ever type in chat because, quite frankly, I don't feel like antagonizing people or promoting things. I still can't believe using a controller. This round could lag bad. We'll have to see how the server handles. Yeah, I don't antagonize people or defend myself most of the time. I just kind of let it go. If I defend myself at all, I just say I stream. You can find all my gameplay on this Twitch channel. And then, of course, you know, half the server will be like, no, that doesn't prove anything, and they're, you know, dumb like that. But you, a Twitch streamer, like, no, you know, don't come to a good player's stream and learn how to play the game or anything, or watch what he does, and disprove your notion. Just, you know, call him a cheater and just get people are dumb. But I mean,
interesting.
I appreciate the neutrality on that.
You know how me and Brad were talking about.
If you're gonna say anything at all, just say, you know, the guy is wrong. He streams. He's been playing the game for 8 years. Simple things like that. There's a lot of new players that come into the game and, you know, they're like, oh, well, this guy is definitely cheating. And you go, dude, this guy's been playing for 8 years and you just started playing last week. Like, I think you're gonna run into people that are better than you. Or you're gonna run into people like Gravity who just completely missed the easiest fucking shot ever. You're new, any tips? I hear Little Birds are really good, Fizz. You should, like, use 25s on them. I think that's really good. We're laughing because Fizz is like literally one of the best freaking Little Bird pilots in the world. Fully auto potato cannons. Wait, that would have been cool if that tank shot him a hair earlier. Two tanks on the back bridge. Sub is not in a jet. Okay. We hit that. All right. Spider Shrek. Spider Shrek does whatever a Spider Shrek does. No. Coming back to it every once in a while. Okay, so here's the thing. I played Battlefield 5 for 6 months straight. 6 months dedicated. Like 900 hours in it. No problem, man. Have a great night, buddy. Like, I uninstalled BF4. It was Battlefield 5 was going to be the main game, and I defended it. I played it for a long time, and then, the bugs didn't go away, the content didn't drop. Yeah, I got bored of it really fast. After a while, I just said no more. Oh, hey, look at that. There we go. Thank you. But I had a failsafe to fall back on, which was BF4, because my stream was kind of built around it. I think this time around, I'm definitely gonna give. 2042 is like, I'm doing the same thing. I'm not gonna uninstall BF4, but I'm going to it'll be my main game for months. I don't plan on leaving the game, no matter how bad it is, for at least maybe a year. I'll play other stuff in the meantime, and I will definitely come back to BF4 and play it like I do. Think of what I do on BF3. I'll play BF3 or BF1 or BF2 on stream sometimes. I'll go back to it a couple times every week or so, and I'll probably do that for BF4 as well. But 2042 will be the main game. If it's really bad, and I do mean like really bad, if something really just unfortunate happens and I cannot play the game after 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, I will just likely stop streaming Battlefield 2042 and I'll probably just play Darktide as a main game for a while. Unless something else comes out that's magically good. Maybe Overwatch 2.
This beast right here.
Yeah, I might not have a choice, you know, one of those things. We'll see. My biggest concerns about the game is ironically enough, it's not server stability. Or crashes or things like that, because those are things that I don't... Those are more easily fixable bugs. My concern in Battlefield 2042 is cheating. How strong of an anti-cheat that DICE can come up with, because quite frankly, the cheating in BF5 is rampant and disgusting and garbage. And it is a fucking embarrassment for a AAA company to have that bad of a cheating problem. And I've said it 1,000 times, one of the ways you deal with a cheating problem like that is to have private servers where you just have server owners and admins actually deal with cheaters on the spot instead of having a really shitty long reporting system. But you know, what do I know? I've only done this for forever. Yeah, so...
What am I getting?
Here's the Jihad. Yeah, so it's shit like that. Yeah, game balance problems I could care less about.
Fucking AA.
Like as far as like overpowered vehicles. Yeah, exactly. Community servers are a win-win. Yeah, they're a win-win. As long as you get stats from them. Like if the community servers are unranked, that's a problem. There needs to be like a ranked preset though. Like, if you were to have a community server, and it should still have the option of being ranked. It should just need a certain config file or something that, you know, needs to run on it. Yeah, as long as you have good community admins. Now, here's the thing. What Fizz just said is absolutely right. The problem is, like in Battlefield 4, you're still... with community servers, you're going to have a chance of having a really shit private server with really, really shit abusive admins, but you run that risk no matter what game you play, and quite frankly, I would rather have that and have the options of... and still have that ability to have good admins rather than have no admins whatsoever. That is my point of view on that. Yeah, it is just far better.
Oh, hit the attack alley. And
You failed.
dead.
The only thing about AOD was, I feel slightly bad for being one of the people that kind of crap on them a lot due to their player count stacking in BF5 servers, but I mean, to be fair, they really didn't have an option. It's not like, you know, I said here, have a private server where AOD can run, you know, two or three different private servers that were AOD run, you know. Yeah, there's... subatomic, sir. That jet must die. Yeah, and I'm definitely part of giving AOD crap. Just not necessarily for what Fizz is saying, because absolutely you're right. And you're right, you can't really team balance like that in BF5 Flame, you're right. Because BF5 is bullshit with a, you know, without a team balance or any way to switch teams is bullshit.
I'm not gonna lie, there's nothing like satisfying as curving a straw or a toe around a building and hitting a tank in the ass.
I agree.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, and I'm, like I said, I'm definitely part of giving AOD crap, but again, I think it's largely due to their server stacking. Magic School Bus, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Miss Frizzle! Bus, do your stuff. Sorry, I'm a kid at heart. Well, I agree, Fizz. The coordination is the other thing. Like, if they didn't have tags on, you would never know. Yeah. And we actually, Fizz, I'm actually going to make a video about this at some point in time, because it deserves to be spoken about.
Keep my buddy stream, see what's it.
But there's a weird battlefield concept of stacking and what it entails, and it never was ever clearly defined. Like, what constitutes a stack? Is it 2 really good players, or like 10 really shitty ones, or 3 mediocre ones? It never was. It's a battlefield meme, but it's a legitimate one that's actually, you know, discussed, and it's really annoying. Because you say, oh, these 2 people are stacking a server because they have the same tags on. I'm like, well, if they didn't have tags on, you would never know. I just dusted on that helo. Yeah, it's an argument that never really was well defined by the community, and the community just kind of fucks, you know, they don't care for it, because saying stack is much easier than saying, hey, playing with a group of friends is legitimately the point of the game. So you're saying, okay, so 2 really good players, if they have any other friends, they can't have people play with them because it's a stack, is really, really dumb. Okay, I have a tank in front of me. Or an LEV or something.
It's LAV. Smacked it. There was a tank too with a flame gunner. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm bailing.
Oh, he's dead. LEV's tank's gonna chase you and you're getting shot from the boat.
Yep. Yep, nothing I can do.
Yeah,
I got stuck on something.
Ideally a team balancer? Yes, I agree. But then the counter argument to the team balancer is, what is the team balancer balancing? Is it ripping apart the friends group of people that just want to play together, or is it ripping apart, or is it like objectively pulling people that are not in squads that are more solo playing, and putting them on a, you know, on another team? Yeah, see, that's the problem. But if a group comes to stack, if a team balancer has an issue with that, and you can't like balance people based on stats, because that gets weird. But I mean, I'm not saying I don't agree with what Fizz is. I think Fizz has the most coherent, logical definition there of stacking, because objectively you have enough people just to, you know, completely change the outcome of a server. But is there enough? My question is, can that be? Is that quantitative? Is that value quantitative?
Hey, wait, you're talking shit. Wait, that's not.
You know,
okay.
is it 2? Is it 3? Does it depend on the server?
I didn't know the little side guns can damage.
Does it depend on what vehicles they're on? Like, if there's 2 really, really, really good tank players in a server, does that count? Or if it's just a really good attack helo combo, does that count? Because that's 2 players. We've seen this in BF4 constantly. What happens if there's 2 really, really fucking good helo players on Shanghai? Is that a stack if they're just farming 200 and 0? It's a really interesting argument, but I think it deserves discussion. Is what I'm saying. Oh my, okay. Nice jihad. He didn't get it. Right, and that's what I'm saying. I can understand if somebody does call it that, but I don't think the actual... I think they're wrong in that argument. Oh shit, I overshot it. Yeah, and I agree with what you just said. Is definitely has an impact on games. Like, people would rather play on my team than against me. There are definitely other players that would like to play against me. You know, there are players that like to play against really good players, and it works out like that. But sometimes it just doesn't. And the other part, to be honest, the other counter argument to that is maybe DICE is thinking about it wrong. Like, maybe there is your... What do good players need? Like, what do you get out of it? Do you really want... Maybe that is where your argument for skill-based matchmaking for, like, maybe an 8v8 mode or 6v6 mode in Battlefield for really small maps should apply. Like, where the really good players can actually kind of... You can kind of weed out some of the really pro tankers or infantry players by pulling them to a comp mode, and and at least decrease the burden on new players and servers. You know, I'm just spitballing ideas here. That's not a legitimate thing. I do believe I'm dead here. Well, maybe not. We got soup. Yeah, leaving a server because of imbalance is actually probably the best option. Oh, I'm one of them. I would happily do that. And yeah, my problem with PTC was occasionally they didn't want to do that. The only time we actually got to do that is when we got to fight against the ESF, the Sim stack, and the BFG stacks. But for the most part, yeah, the most part they never did. They really... Those are the only times that we did it. And it was pretty rare. And I hated the fact that they wanted to farm a server, like, into the ground. Like, Rec would absolutely love doing it, and I'm like, no. That's why I really kind of am happy, Fizz, with the people that we have in this community. Like, the people that stuck around, like Wild Thing, Pure, Ashen. These are the guys that, like, from PTC that didn't, you know, didn't want to do that. They didn't like that, and they like, you know, the more balanced aspect of games. So I really appreciate that those guys kind of stuck with me. I whiffed that tank shell, didn't I? Ooh. Alright, he got hit with a shell and... Did I have anything to do with you guys getting VIP on the server? Did you guys get VIP on the server? I had nothing to do with it. From a 20? No, I did not have anything to do with it. Oh, Hideous? The guy, the server admin? Did he? I don't know. He was saying he was going to give out a bunch of VIPs. I don't know if he was just randomly picking a lot of people that were really good and... Or... Oh, well then maybe he was going around and picking, you know, good community members to do it. Yeah, Hedius is a really good guy. Definitely one of the best server owners I've run across in a long time. Oh, come on. Can you just die up there? Yeah, just totally cool. Yep. And it's a really good server, and actually the fact that I'm barely lagging now really makes me happy, because the server had some serious lag issues. Hedius really tries really hard to get the server situation right.
I don't know if the jet just tried to ram me, but he fucked up.
I think he was just bad. And NA server hosting is sometimes really rough.
I'm surprised he didn't die from hitting the rock.
And we've been kind of like being on his eyes and ears. Oh yeah, totally. That's a huge plus. Yeah, as a streamer, it's really nice. Gravity, aim, gravity, aim. I was wondering if somebody was actually going to get back into that. Sorry, Soup. You just took your spot. And you can tell the map is...
lag.
That's just the map.
Lag. Suddenly, though. It was fine before.
No, it happened a little bit ago.
Was it? Okay, I didn't see it. What the fuck?
To be honest, Krug, this is so much better than the other night. Before he migrated the server...
What?
Oh, Hedius fixed the server issue the other night. We played Lancang about 2 or 3 days ago, and it was just miserable.
Huh. I have 3 reps. What's going on?
I ping rocks. Yeah. It's a Chicago server, and I'm in Indiana, so...
This guy parachuted way too late. He just did like a double backflip after
Lucky
he
me.
bounced off the ground.
Of course, you know, I maybe... No, I'm not gonna lie. I did recommend Hedius choose Chicago, because he was asking me like locations for servers, and I was like, well, if you're gonna go for an NA server, you might as well just go Chicago or Texas. Both your pups are from Indiana? Aw, that's awesome. Yep, and that's exactly why I said that. I said, you know, if you're gonna go East Coast server, the West Coast people are gonna lag, or they're gonna have fairly decent, you know, high ping. They'll do it, but having a centralized server is much more convenient. And Chicago still allows some EU players to play as well. Every server lags for you now? Well, that's because it's just Battlefield at this point in time. Yeah, a lot of... Yeah, 7080 from California is pretty decent. That's pretty good. That's objectively what we were looking for. For Canadian internet? Oh, sorry. Finns do?
Fucking island.
Yes, we're talking E4GL. Hey, Schmitty.
I'm dead. Not much I can do there.
Thought I saw a guy there. Let's try this jihad one more time, dude. Worked out for you so far. I like the turn, though. I like this dude's determination. I do. Yeah, that's always disappointing, but Battlefield... The interesting thing is BF1 and BF5 servers seem to do a far better job in terms of rubber banding and lag. Oh, I was gonna totally shoot that fucker down. No, 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 I just died to the... Oh.
Spectacular coming in.
Of all the things to die for, 95 and 1. The goddamn mountain or dam. Oh, definitely Schmitty. Yeah, we had spoken with Hedius for quite a while because I was playing on the E4GL server in just drop him out on me. There you go. It's a shame you can't do that on a Hammerhead. So I was playing on the E4GL server on the weekends for the EU one, and you know it's a really good community. And Hedius kind of noticed, and you know we kind of started talking, and he's like, "No, I like the idea of opening up an NA server eventually," and he just had a hard time doing it because the server situation, for some reason, the NA server hosters were just, the server providers were just giving him such crappy servers.
Unsuccessfully.
And he said he's literally had to reset up the server like 10, 20 times. It's ridiculous. And he was really sure that the server was not going to make it, just due to the server hosting. So the fact that, you know, with the Prime thing, the Prime Home thing almost saved the server. But we are like thrilled that there's an NA E4GL server with, you know, super competent admins. You know, it's got the sniper limit, DMR limit, good auto balancer, good VIPs, extremely good VIP pricing. If anybody actually wants VIP. So we're happy with the server. No UCAVs? No, it has UCAVs. There's nothing stopping UCAVs, but... Why am I... because they count towards the sniper class for some reason. At least in the scheme of... I think there's a DMR limit. Yeah, there's a DMR limit for a reason. That, like, people don't get, like, really annoyed. At least in the terms of... I don't think the limit is, like, obscene, though. Not like they're, you know, only allowing, you know, 2. It's like 10 or 8 or something. Schmitty, you are so 100% right. The fact of the matter is, with the player surge, if there were a ton of UKIPs flying around, it'd be so frustrating, but there hasn't been, and I'm really thankful for it.
There's a free tank over here, question mark?
They haven't all unlocked the airburst yet? No. They're all given the MBT law for free, so whatever. Oh, I've had...
Jihad coming out on your left, gravity.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Flame. I've had a number of...
Ran over the other tank.
Really abusive players and stream snipers that love UCAVing me. At least in the past. They've been really good about it lately. Actually, most of them have kind of disappeared.
Yo, this server ain't got no anti-cheat. Oh shit.
Dude. What the fuck? Get rigged, sir. It's jetty gun. HMG's fine, but, I mean, I prefer HMG no matter what. It's so much easier than The fact that you can clean up helicopters is like the golden opportunity. Helicopters and jeeps. That's why you run HMG. Well, we just... Edius was tracking the numbers, and he said there's more people playing BF4 now than there has been since 2017. So, it's pretty damn amazing. Other LED crossing sub. Yeah, Twitch viewership is definitely up too, which is nice. For like, you know, streamers that, you know, us and stuff. He disabled? He was disabled. He went for the kill. Oh shit. When 5 launched? What do you mean when 5 launched? No, I don't recall getting a viewership, but well, no. And quite frankly, 5 I never achieved viewership numbers too damn high, and the reason for that was most of my community was BF4 based, and most of my community hated BF5 to begin with, so they didn't want to. I feel like the ones that really benefited from BF5 were the ones who played BF1, because it was a very similar game, you know? Yeah, the BF4 guys were like, no, we like modern games. We like the modern era. So we're gonna, you know, they had issues with it. On Cloud9, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. How do I get the feeling that I'm gonna get annihilated from this mountain? Where the hell is this coming from? You. Don't do that. I mean, look, I mean, the HMG is not bad. I mean, look at this shit. You just clean up people. You forget that one existed, yeah. Yes, you tap the HMG, yeah. Yeah. The only time you can kind of like go full throttle is if they're close by and if they're running horizontally. But for the most part, you tap it. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Suddenly, I'm in trouble again. Never said it. Well, you're missing a lot because it's just HMG, but. Also, I like to be spammy a little bit.
God. Oh no, don't tell me I'm stuck.
This is gonna be a close game, Krug.
Yeah, I'm getting staff shell. Wait, his staff shell dusted me. What
That's
the
alright.
fuck? I love that.
Come on. Dude, where are you going? This is gonna be a close round.
Nah, he hacked it, never mind.
Oh, I didn't even read the chat. I had the chat off the whole goddamn round. Have they been bitching about me for a while?
Yeah, and then they were like talking about how it's sus, and then suddenly they're just like, nah, he hacked it. Like 3 dudes all said that. I don't know what you just did.
Oh, I mean, I just killed a jihad.
Did you die?
No. Don't spawn. Come on, team. Oh my god, okay. Okay, so 123 and 2, huh?
reported cheater.
And to think the only time I died once to the landslide on the mountain.